What's going on, everybody? It's me, Rich from Turf Talk. I'm here with.
Landon Stuziak.
Today we are doing our mock draft 1.0. Sorry for the ads, because for some reason I can't find an ad blocker for Mac. So let's just get into it, dude. This is a very interesting draft. Starting off, we got the Tennessee Titans. This is a very interesting pick. There's guys like Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, and Shedeur Sanders. These are the four that I think can compete for the number one. I'm going to go Travis Hunter. He's a generational talent. They've already said that they want to go generational talent. They're not going to pass up on whoever they have on their big board. Whether that's Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, one of these guys they really like. I'm going to go say Travis Hunter. He's going to play cornerback, play some receiver, maybe. But I think they're going to go out and get a quarterback in free agency. Either Russ, Sam Darnold. It probably shouldn't be Russ, but it could be. You never know. I mean, these GMs aren't the best. Going in at number 2, we got the Browns.
Oh, I thought we were going 1 for 1. Are we not doing that?
No, we're gonna have to go all the way.
We just sit here and listen. God.
Yeah. Well, you can give some of your insight because I know you're gonna question my picks after like the first 4.
Oh yeah, definitely. I already knew I was gonna.
Browns. I like quarterback here. I also like Abdul Carter just due to the fact that I think Myles Garrett's on the out. So that might be where we go. It's a QB needy league. But also where we're at with the Browns is, dude, that contract, you literally can't rebuild yet. Like, you need to give it at least a year or two. I think he has still over $100 million guaranteed. So I'm going Abdul Carter too. This is a weird scenario where both of your top quarterbacks aren't going in the top 2, but I think the league's finally just waking up. This is a tough one right here. Even though Cam Ward's my QB1, I'm going to go Shedeur Sanders, first quarterback off the board.
I didn't even have them taking quarterback.
I don't know. It seems to me that the Giants, if they're not getting the 2 best positions outside of quarterback, they're going quarterback. And I think Shedeur Sanders with them, dude. Like, they've already had that connection.
Oh, wait. I thought, okay, I'm not locked in. I thought you were on the Browns still. Did you have the Browns taking Abdul?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Well, because they need a Myles Garrett replacement.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I was finishing my rating of mine.
All right, right here we have the Patriots pick. Okay, so obviously Cam Ward's off the table. There's Mason Graham, who I really like, but I don't know because they also Will Campbell's here. I think he's going to transition to guard, so I don't think he's going to be taken in the top 10. Will Johnson is available. I really like Will Johnson. He was injured, and that's kind of why he's like fallen lower. But I do like Will Johnson here. Kind of can pair off of your cornerbacks that you already have, and that is kind of one of their strengths on defense. So I would like taking that. And plus, other than Genty, I think Genty and Graham, I think Will Johnson's BPA. So I'm going to go Will Johnson to the Patriots.
Interesting.
I do like that a lot.
I'm scouting off of what I did the Patriots pick off. I did it off of a Mike Vrabel player, and I think that it fits the best. I'm not gonna spoil what I have yet because it's not my turn. But.
All right. Jaguars. I think this is pretty simple. Mason Graham, you fell all the way to the Jags at 5. You got to take him here. I fall more in love with this pick every time I see it.
It's a perfect pick.
This is a weird spot to be in, though, and I think the Raiders take Cam Ward because you don't have a quarterback, and he's fallen to 6. You didn't have to trade up. I really like that for the Raiders.
He doesn't have a weapon.
He has Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers. I'm not receiver. He doesn't have a receiver.
That's fine. Feed Brock Bowers 200 balls this year. This is a weird spot for me, too. I could see them trading Garrett Wilson this year and Devontae. Like, I think they're going to clean house. They need a lot. The Jets need a lot. They're not going Genty. I don't think they're going to go defense here. I've been playing around with Tyler Warren I'm not gonna lie, he's very tempting in this spot. I'm not gonna go McMillan here just because they haven't made any moves yet. This is 1.0, so Campbell's going to guard. Genty is a running back. I don't think they're gonna take him, especially with Brees Hall, Mikael Williams, Kevin Banks. I think the move is Tyler Warren, tight end of the Jets, and I don't think that that's that bad. Tyler Warren's an absolute dog.
Here's the thing with that. I've seen mocks with having Warren to the Jets, but if you really think about it, it's really such a Jets pick as they
Mhm.
passed on Brock Bowers last year, which I think me
Yeah,
and you were both pleading they wouldn't take Bowers because we knew how good he was and we didn't want him on the Jets. That would be the most Jets pick ever to pass on Bowers for a tight end the next year.
I think it's gonna happen. I mean,
Warren is also a unbelievable player, but he's not Brock Bowers. I don't think people
oh yeah,
understand how generational Brock Bowers actually is.
I think all those Georgia guys are, dude.
Yeah, like Warren's
Yeah.
gonna go be a stud in the league, no doubt. I think he's gonna be a top 10 tight end. I think after his rookie year, he's unbelievable.
Hmm.
You can kind of play him anywhere. I mean, he was taking handoffs this year, and he was taking them for long gains. But he's not a Brock Bowers type player who's already the best tight end in the league.
I agree, and I think you're gonna like this here. At Panthers at 8, you already have a line. Let's go McMillan and help out Bryce Young with his
I like
receiving
that. I
core.
like that. Yeah,
Because that's a big need for them, and
yeah. They don't have
especially
receiver.
for his development, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got a running back with Chuba, good offensive line.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Chuba really emerged this year too. I'm really
Is it
excited
Chuba or
about Chuba
Chuba?
Hubbard.
Chuba,
Dude,
I call him Chuba, but
I had Chuba Hubbard. Oh my god, Chuba Hubbard. I'm gonna call him Chuba Hubbard just because that's how I know him.
I
It's
call him
messing
Chuba.
me up. I had him ranked. I believe I had him ranked over Javonte Williams and over Najee Harris. I think the only person I didn't have him
What?
ranked over was
In that
ETN.
draft? No, you had Najee Harris one, brother.
Did
I
I?
think you
Or no,
yeah,
maybe I had.
it was,
No,
it
I had
was
some.
you made like the all rookie team on like your old YouTube account, and it was
I know
remember the
Chuba
first year.
was over Javonte Williams, and that means he must have been over ETN too, which could pan out.
I think I had ETN one in that class. I liked ETN.
Yeah, he was. I think he was my 2. I'm not. Chuba was my 2.
I still think ETN's.
I like Mikael Williams here. They need edge. The Saints are in an awful spot, and they have been since Drew Brees has been in here.
Yeah.
I think they just take BPA, and Mikael Williams is a position of need. So that's a good fit.
Yeah. You never know though. With Kellen Moore as your offensive coordinator now, they might go offensive for him. Get him
Yeah.
Get him some weapons.
I love Genty.
Head coach. God, I'm off today.
It's all right. It's all right. I love Genty here, honestly, but I'm not going to go it because they need line, and I think they are going to get line with Kevin Banks. Bears definitely need line. So 49ers, this is another spot. I mean, this team doesn't really need that much. You know what I mean? If they can stay healthy, they're going to be a competing team. I think what they do is they foresee a problem down the line. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And they take Ashton Genty to sit behind CMC and split reps. I'm telling you.
I hate that. Jalen Walker's available. Oh my god, that'd be disgusting to have that. Jalen Walker and Nick Bosa. No, I hate that pick. I really
I love it. I love it for the Niners. CMC. I was looking at CMC's stats, and he has every year that he goes like insane, nuclear. Some would say. No. Dude, hold on, let me talk. Every year he goes insane, he has 2 years that he gets hurt. I think he's going to get hurt again, and I think his career might be over. He might have 1 good year left in the tank. And, Kyle Shanahan loves his dog running backs. I think Ashton Genty on the Niners, you take BPA. I don't know. I love Jalen Walker too. But, dude, Genty's such a dog. And if you have Genty at 10, I think you take him. 11.
I think that's gross. I don't like that. I hate that, actually. I despise it.
Going all the way down to Jalen Walker falling to the Cowboys at 12. They might need to replace Micah Parsons down the line because he could be on the way out, but just pair another dog with Micah Parsons. That helps a lot. My Miami Dolphins are up on the clock, and I'll be honest, dude. I love Will Campbell. I love this pickup. I love James Pierce Jr. We need to build on the O line. But dude, if Malachi Starks falls all the way to Miami, I know that we're picking him. Javon Holland's already favorited to go. Oh my gosh, dude, another stink bug.
I knew it.
Bro, whatever. Malachi Starks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, hold on.
We need to build the O-line, but we're the Miami Dolphins, and we don't do that.
I think they're going to do it in free agency. And by do it in free agency, I mean pick up 2 guards that don't really do anything.
Pick up 2 guards that, like, we're good, and now they just suck.
No, but they're injured. They're injured guards, and they're coming back.
Oh, okay, never mind. Not Mekhi Becton.
No.
Mekhi Becton just came off a non-hurt season.
No, probably not Becton. All right. This is a really good spot, actually. I like Colts going tight end, too. This is a weird draft because I think Loveland has tight end 1 ability, and you can get him down the board. But I'm really big on Loveland, and I think if the Colts like him enough, they'll go out and get him. And plus, they need tight end.
They need a lot.
They do need a lot.
They're another one of those teams that, like, they were in the race for the playoffs this year. But if you really look into it, like their roster, they need a lot.
Dude, I don't know where these stink bugs are coming from, bro. This is insane. All right, so somehow Will Campbell's fallen all this way. But the Falcons don't really need line, bro. Like, honestly, I'm not that worried about it. I think James Pierce Jr. right here is a good spot. They need edge.
Great pick.
They need edge. Cardinals, they also need edge. I could see them taking tackle, and I think Will Campbell, just because they're like, all right, if you're going best player available, Will Campbell is projected a top 10 pick, and he's fallen to 16. So I'm not
very, very far in your draft.
Yeah, Will Campbell. Well, because that's just I see him as a guard in the NFL. So like, I don't think anyone is taking a guard in the top 10. You know what I mean?
I think for my pick for Will Campbell, I think it was really easy for me. But I'll wait for my turn. Like I've been waiting very patiently.
I mean, it'll be interesting. We're 12 minutes in. I'm halfway through the draft, so this will probably be a 48-minute video if we keep the same pace. We got the Bengals, and I could see them going Luther Burden just because that's a typical Bengals pick. But I'm gonna go O-line. You know,
they fired their coach. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They only fired their DC.
I think O-line's good. I mean, Burrow hasn't had a line ever in his career.
LSU.
Like ever.
LSU.
Yeah, you're right. College. Seattle, dude. This is another spot. Like, I could see them taking tackle. But also, like, I really, really like Mike Green here. I really like Mike Green. One of my favorite players in the draft. You know, I'm actually going to go Mike Green here. I really like Mike Green. He's not the biggest, but, dude, he's so quick. And he's so dominant. I mean, like, I've seen these clips of him just trucking offensive tackles. Like, a ridiculous player.
Seattle's another one of those teams that, like, they were in the race, but they could need a lot.
Yeah.
They're just a weird team.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bucks, they need edge, and I think right here, this is a great pickup for them. Is this Shamar Stewart?
Shamari Stewart, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen his film before, but like, dude, with these names, they got me messed up. I do like his game though. I think he would fit in perfectly with the Bucks. I think the Bucks are like 2-3 pieces away on defense from being a contender.
Yeah, they're a great team.
Oh, for sure. And then I love Luther Burden here to the Broncos. Help out Bo Nix.
You need a weapon, yeah.
Now, you're going to hate this, dude. But I think the Pittsburgh Steelers go Jackson Dart. And this is like out of nowhere. But I do think that we're in a QB-needy league. Tomlin, he needs a quarterback. And I do think that they draft someone and either stick with Fields or get someone in free agency to start year one. I could see that. That's a typical Pittsburgh thing to do, to reach on a quarterback in the draft.
Tomlin ain't taking a quarterback, not after Kenny Pickett. He's not taking a quarterback.
Dude, I don't know, man. Jackson Dart, I just see him. I see someone taking him. I don't know where in the first 2 rounds, but I know he's going somewhere.
You
He
know,
has to.
I'd say the best possible fit is you go down, 5 picks. You see the Rams over there, and you got Sean McVay taking him, and Jackson Dart is a demon under
He
Sean McVay.
could. I mean, Dart to the Rams would be nuts.
You know, I'm
I-
actually
Ugh.
really big Rams supporter over here. Might as well be a Rams fan for as highly as I talk about them.
Yeah. Chargers. I mean, you could go Mbuka.
Emeka Egbuka.
I'm gonna go BPA, and I think that's a lot what the draft is. In my opinion, it's Walter Nolan. He's a dog, dude. I mean, I see him in some of my former drafts that I've been doing. I could see him coming up all the way to like 14, 15, like going up higher than where he's at.
I want him on the Bills, so I don't want to hear
He's
that.
such a dog, dude.
I'm hoping he has a bad combine so he falls to us.
Dude, the Packers need cornerback, but like, do you really go all the way down to here? Like, I mean, that's not even that bad.
Yeah, you do.
That's not that bad, dude. And I mean, you don't need, like, if you look at the top players, they don't need edge, they don't need tackle, they don't need receiver.
I mean, they could use a receiver, but
yeah, but I think they like their core, dude. I mean, they have those four guys
Jacobs,
all under 25.
Josh Jacobs doesn't like the core. Josh Jacobs wants a stud, but
yeah.
I play corner. You missed out on DeJean last year. You take corner this year.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Make up for your past mistakes.
Ooh, this is a good one. I already know who I'm taking. Kenneth Grant here. This is a great pickup for them. Kenneth Grant was a dog. Oh, okay, well, I guess he's taking Booker.
Oh, you pressed the wrong button, I guess.
All right, well it would have been Kenneth Grant.
We know who you wanted. You meant Kenneth Grant.
So. All right, so I was having Houston take Booker.
So just have them take Grant. So just make it like a,
all right, yeah, here we go.
Right with the wrong.
So we know what's going on. All right, Kenneth Grant is going
to the Vikings.
To the Vikings, and Booker is going to Houston.
Yeah.
I like the Rams here. If with 3 QBs off the board, they're definitely not taking quarterback.
You can't go 4-1.
I think they go Egbuka, whatever how you like actually pronounce it. Egbuka. Yeah. Dude, Cooper Kupp's gone. No. They need a wide receiver too.
No, they don't. They got studs over there. Tutu Atwell. Tutu Atwell is good. That like 7th round pick.
Tutu Atwell he's a wide receiver 3 at best.
Bro, he's good.
He's good, but he's not like, look at other wide receiver 2s in the league, bro. He's not Cooper Kupp.
Really, he's not Cooper Kupp. But I don't think your biggest need right now, if you're the Rams, is a receiver.
I don't know. I mean, their defense played up to the occasion. They're really young. I think their defense is set.
One more young corner. That's what I want. I mean,
they could use a corner for sure.
Darius Williams sucked. Trey White was a failed experiment. He was gone. They stopped playing him after week 2. They had that young guy. I don't remember his name, but he was really good. But they just need one more guy, one more corner. Fill out that defense.
And then again, another top tackle. Like, there's so many good tackles nowadays. He also could go in the guard, but I think the Ravens are going to need linemen, so I'm having him go over to Baltimore.
Amenda Membu.
Yep. And then also, I mean, this is before anything happens. Dude, I think they go edge here. I mean, they need to pair someone with Aiden Hutchinson.
You're scaring me for a second. I thought you were going to go rogue.
Commanders. Okay, so I don't think that they're going to go receiver. I think they're going to go receiver in free agency. And they might target a T. Higgins. They might target someone else. I like linebacker here. I really do. I like he's my linebacker 1 of the class. I think that's a great pickup for them. And Bobby Wagner is 35 years old. how long can he play at this all-pro level? You know what I mean? Like, not very long. So
Forever. Apparently, he has LeBron longevity. It's crazy.
at linebacker too. Like,
Oh. He's just signing like mad 1-year deals at this point. Well,
yeah,
he went from Rams back to Seahawks, now to Commanders.
dude. This honestly, and this is a typical. I think this is a typical Bills pick. They need edge. I think they're gonna reach a little bit and take a stud, Jack Sawyer, to the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, I'm okay with that. I love Jack Sawyer.
Kansas City.
Oh.
Kansas City.
Oh,
you
this
need
is easy.
tackles.
This is
you
easy.
Need tackles. You
Maurice
need tackles.
Hell yeah, Connerly.
I love looking here. Like, they don't need interior line and they don't need the D line. The tackle is the only
D-line,
spot here.
D line is definitely. I think D line is their second need. Honestly, D line. I mean, other than if you look at their look at their edge rushers. I mean, you got Chris Jones, and then you got
he's getting old.
Yeah, and you got Karlaftis, but then you look past that. What do you got? They traded for Josh Uche, who never did anything. Felix and DK Uzama, who drafted a few years ago, bust. That other guy who he was just crying in the Super Bowl, can't remember his name. But like you don't really have another edge rusher. So I feel like edge is a really big need for Casey as well.
And then another one that I think fell really hard. I really like Williams here. And yeah, I think he's an absolute dog. That the Philly defense could use another D lineman. But I think with Williams, like he has that flexibility like Jalen Carter, where I think he could play anywhere on the D line. But I think if they move Jalen Carter to edge, he could fit right in there, especially on like rundowns. Dude, I really, really like Williams to Philly.
I think Tyleek's going to be a pure D tackle in the league, but it's just me.
And then I'm going to save it, and we're going to check it out. All right. Round 1. All right, what do you think about the top 5 picks?
I think they're pretty solid. I don't know about the Patriots pick. I got them going a different direction, but
well, I'm just a big Will Johnson guy, in my opinion. He kind of reminds me of what's his name? Derek Stingley had the same problem where he got hurt and then he fell. Actually no? He went 3, right?
4.
Wait, did Sauce Gardner go ahead of him?
Sauce went 3. No, wait. You're right. I think he went 3. Sauce went 4. Yeah, he went 3. Sauce went 4.
Well, before his injury, he was getting talked about being the number 1 or number 2 player. So, like, it's definitely an interesting spot. I like Will Johnson, though. I'm a really big Will Johnson guy. So 2 Colorado, 2 Michigan. All right. Cam Ward to the Raiders. I love this pick. Really do. Warren, I think you're right. Typical Jets pick. If McMillan falls to 8, you take him. Mikael Williams is a beast. They need line. I want to hear what you think about Genty going to the Niners because I like this pick a lot.
I think I've already stated that it's disgusting.
Dude, yeah, but you got to understand, bro, CMC's old. Like, and they don't really need that much to compete again. Like, if you get Genty at 11, oh my gosh. I love that for them. Dude, Jalen Walker's his dog. He's an absolute dog. Georgia. I mean, it seems like all Georgia D linemen are insane. Back-to-back Georgia picks. Malachi Starks, you can't pass up on him. We talked about this off camera, but I do think Malachi Starks has Kyle Hamilton potential.
Yeah, we talked about
he's not the same player, obviously. I think he could pass coverage a little more. But dude, Kyle Hamilton in college, like, just to have that comparison, you don't even understand. If you watched his college film, he flew across the field, huge hits. So just to get that praise, I think Malachi Starks really up there. Just going over the rest of the picks real quick. Loveland, love it. Pierce, they really need edge. I like tackle, or I guess in this case, any line guard for the Cardinals here. Bengals need line. Mike Green's a stud. He's kind of reminds me of like an undersized guy like He doesn't remind me of Aaron Donald, but in the same way that he's undersized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bucks need edge. This is a perfect pick for the Broncos. I think the Steelers bite the bullet and they really mess up here. Walter Nolan, I think he's a stud. I think he could go higher. Then you got Packers going corner here. I mean, I think they're going to need it. I think the Packers are going to need a corner. Their Jair's on the way out, and if he's not, he's getting older. Booker, he goes to Houston. So Kenneth Grant is a perfect pickup for the Vikings.
Brian Flores defense.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Brian Flores, he is not a head coach, but he is an awesome defensive coordinator.
Unreal.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, I remember he had our mid defenses top 10 every year when he was with us. So, and then obviously Mbuka. I like this pick. Mbuka to the Rams because they need to replace Cup, and I don't know. I don't remember the guy's name. Maybe like Demarius Robinson. I think he's a free agent.
Demarcus Robinson.
Yeah. Tackle to the Ravens. He could also play guard. So I like this pick for them. Someone versatile. You go edge for the Lions. They need to pair someone with Aiden Hutchinson. I can't believe he fell this far. That's kind of just how
That's how it is now. Linebackers don't go that high.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude,
you don't see a Luke Kuechly top 10 anymore.
It's crazy. Like the league's advancing. You can get steals so low. Like, I mean, this is just what people have been doing though. Like, I really, really wanted Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I thought he was a first round talent. I was having him in the first round all year long. Bro falls to the third round. We got 2 second-round picks. We go Javon Holland, great pickup. And then we go the freaking tight end that we never used.
Julian Hill?
No, dude, we traded him in the Jalen Ramsey trade. I don't even know his name, and that's how bad he was. You know what I mean? Hunter Long. We go Hunter Long instead of Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
What number he wore?
Dude. Let's just finish it off. Jack Sawyer, edge. I think this is an awesome pickup for the Bills. And then tackle and D-line. I think Chiefs go tackle. You need a tackle. And, I mean, this guy from Oregon, even though he got his ass trucked, I think he's a really good tackle. And then Williams, he fell in this too. But I really like Williams, and I think you build on your strengths here. And he's BPA. So I really like that. Now let's create another mock draft. Now that's my mock 1.0.
Well, I can just present. I can just present. Take away your presenting.
You have it on your thing?
Yeah, I got it up.
All right. Let me unpresent. Hold up.
This thing is gonna make me mad. Mike.
Yo, VJC, what's up?
It's not wanting to chart.
What's going on, VJC?
Oh my god. Stop it.
If you're having problems, I could always just do it.
So, no, my computer's just being weird.
All right. I'm filming a video after this too, so new video coming out today or tomorrow. Gonna be sick. Yeah, Turf Talk. Also, I know no one watches these, but just in case. What should I add to the back of this? Like, I'm trying to look at some sports memorabilia. Obviously, Dolphins for the back, but like outside of the frame, I'll go anyone. You know what I mean? Like, I got a ton of Bills stuff that I refuse to put up. Like a lot of Bills stuff. I'm waiting until I get an office, and then I'll just, you know what I mean? Waiting for Landon, so I'm just gonna. Oh, here he's up. He's up.
Not bad, Turf. There you go.
There we go, brother.
All right. So, to start this draft, the Titans, I have to actually press start, my man. Hold up. So, what the Titans are going to do is I have them going quarterback and taking Cam Ward. I mean, it's either Will Levis or whoever else is on your team. And I think Cam Ward is going to be their pick. They're going to go quarterback just to maybe try to change the franchise. They haven't had a quarterback in a bit. And then the Browns, I don't have them going quarterback. I have them going Abdul Carter, just because, like he said, Myles Garrett, he is looking like he's going to be traded, and you're going to need an edge rusher. And there's just so much needs for that team. I think quarterback can be attacked in free agency. Yeah. Okay. Giants, I have them. This computer is about to make me go crazy, I swear. Giants, I have the Giants going Shedeur Sanders. They've shown a lot of interest in him.
What?
And I think they're going to want a quarterback. What do you mean, what? Didn't you take the exact same pick?
No, but you're on Travis fall to 4?
Maybe even farther.
No, bro, you're not having Travis Hunter fall to 5.
Bro, you had Genty go 11. I don't want to hear it.
Bro, because Genty's a top 10 talent. Oh, my God.
So I'm gonna crash out because this computer. Hold on. Let me just.
Bro, what are we? I can't believe you got Hunter falling this far. This is unprecedented.
All right, so New England, like I said,
just ignore it. Just go.
No, I'm at 19, bro. Muted. I can't.
I muted the screen audio so Turf Talk can't hear it.
Okay, well, I just want this to charge. Okay, so New England, like I said before, I see them taking a really Mike Vrabel type player. And when you look at when the Titans were good, what was really good on their team? Defensive line. I think that starts with New England building the defensive line, meaning Travis Hunter falls right into Jacksonville's hands, which they need. They could use another corner. Receiver, I don't really see him playing that much receiver for him, but I think corner will be his main position. And generational talent goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You know what, though? Like 10, 15 plays in the slot with Brian Thomas out there, I think he get a lot of potential.
Move him in there a little bit. I'm not saying he never plays receiver, but just not all the time.
I like that.
And then the Raiders, you had them taking a quarterback. I'm having them go a different direction and take Tatora McMillan. Just because other than you got Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker, you don't really have much receivers on the roster right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't really see anyone being interested in coming to Vegas in free agency. So I think they take a receiver here, maybe get a quarterback later, or just run it back with Hayden O'Connell one more time.
Yeah, and they don't have a quarterback to take here.
No, exactly. And then the Jets, this is what I think they need to do, not what they're going to do. Take Calvin Banks. Teron Armstead was old and injured, and the other guy, I don't remember his name. He was also old and injured. So I think
Teron Armstead, or are you talking about?
Bro, what's his face?
Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith, yeah, he was.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I heard my Dolphins guy. I was like,
what? So now Panthers, you had him going McMillan. McMillan's not available anymore. So what I have them taking is I have the Panthers going Michael Williams, edge rusher, because their edge defense is not that good either, rushing off the edge. I think their leading sack, their sack leader last year was maybe Jadeveon Clowney, which he's old. That's not very good. And then the Saints, another team, back-to-back Georgia edge rushers, Jalen Walker. Another team, they need a lot, but I think defensively – it's once again their edge rushers. Their leading sack guy was probably Cameron Jordan, who I think he's retiring. Maybe, I don't know. And then here's where I think this gets obvious. Easiest pick in the draft for me so far. Will Campbell goes to the Bears. They need to build offensive line, play him at guard. Caleb Williams. I mean, they ignored offensive line last year, and Williams was on the ground every other play. I think they need to attack offensive line in free agency and in the draft. The San Francisco 49ers get Will Johnson, as they're going to need a corner, as it looks like Charvarius Ward is definitely going to leave no matter what contract he gets sent, as, I mean, he lost his daughter and it didn't play during the season for a little bit, and it just doesn't seem like that's the right play. It doesn't seem that he wants to be in San Francisco, nothing to do with, like, the coaches or players. I think it's just the setting upsets him. So he goes the Niners get Will Johnson, absolute stud corner. A little bit of injury concerns. I'm not concerned.
That's crazy, dude. I can't even imagine Will Johnson to the Niners. That would be so. That's like if Chop Robinson went to the Ravens last year. Like,
exactly. It's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Where the Cowboys who, as of right now, if they don't re-sign their running backs, I think their number one running back on their roster is Deuce Vaughn. They take Ashton Jeanty, absolute stud running back. Obviously, last time they drafted a running back first round, it worked out really well for them with Zeke. I think Jeanty is also going to work out really well for him.
He's came out already and said he wants to play at his hometown. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, so, I like that. I like that again.
And then I have for Miami similar picks. I got them taking Malachi Starks, Javon Holland, potential free agent, Poyer, really old. I'm no Dolphins guy. I don't know who else they have back there. I know they signed Quandre Diggs, who got released. Or not Quandre Diggs. What's his face? Marcus May. Who got released. So I don't know who else they have back there at safety. I know Saran Neal can play safety, but you don't want him playing safety.
No, dude, we got no one. And that's why this is such a Dolphins pick. But, like, I hate it. I hate it so much.
O-line?
Because, dude, if we don't get O-line, I swear, if we don't get a top O-lineman, and I put this right now, I'm saying this right now, if we don't get a top O-lineman in free agency, and with our first pick, we don't draft O-linemen, bro, I swear to God, I will do something ridiculous. Like I'm not even kidding. On draft night, if we don't have a top O-lineman, and we don't draft linemen, and like we just go into the season doing this stupid, dude, I might burn a jersey. Like I'm not even kidding. Like this is poverty levels. Like this is like Browns levels of poverty, dude.
I don't know about that. You guys make the play. Actually, the Browns made the playoffs 2 times in the past 5 years.
Yeah, we make the playoffs, but we're ass.
Colts, best player available. Tight end is a huge need. Try to get Anthony Richardson, help to develop him. Tyler Warren, best tight end in the draft. Unbelievable athlete. He's going to be unreal. And the Atlanta Falcons, edge rusher is what they need. I mean, you look around, really what they need, it's just D-line. Maybe Jahad Campbell would be the second best player for them to take. But I think they're going to take James Pierce. Need an edge rusher. Obviously, last year they elected to not take an edge rusher, and they took Michael Penix, which is now going to work out for them, saying how bad Kirk was. It's really best player available for their needs. James Pierce is going to be an absolute stud for them. Where now we have the Cardinals, who also go edge rusher, Shamar Stewart. They're another team needs an edge rusher. They took Darius Robinson last year at the 26th pick. That didn't work out how they wanted to the rookie year. I think he still has a chance to be good, but you just need edge rushers because it's gross. It's another one of those teams that like they were in the playoff race for a bit.
They're so far though.
Yeah, they're so far, but they're like so close at the same time. They're just mediocre. They're mediocre. Okay. Bengals. I have the Bengals going offensive line, but not Josh Simmons with injury concerns with Simmons. They're going to take Armand Membu. They need offensive line. Burrow has never had an offensive line in his career in the NFL. I could totally see them if they don't get T. Higgins taking a receiver, which is just what they do because apparently teams think as you just get as many flashy weapons as you need and you'll make a Super Bowl. That was a
clearly not.
That was a fluke that one year you guys made it. I'm surprised they made it that far without no line, but it showed.
Wait, who?
The Bengals. Their Super Bowl, yeah. They had no O-line.
I don't know if it's necessarily like a fluke. I think that offense is just so good that if they can muster up enough wins to get in the playoffs, they could beat anyone.
I think their offense this year was much better.
No, I agree with you, but I think their defense this year was much worse.
That was the difference with that Super Run. That defense won them games.
Dude, you got to understand, though, that they had Eli Apple at corner 1, bro. Like, Eli Apple was decent for, like, half the year, and then he was terrible.
You can't deny that defense didn't win games.
They won. No, I think they were a bad defense. But I think they came up clutch, like in certain scenarios.
I disagree with you 100%. I think they were a great defense. I mean, divisional game, that divisional game against the Titans, they're one of the reasons they won. I mean, Burrow got sacked 9 times, and they still managed to keep holding the Titans to field goals, and they won the game. And you look at that Chiefs AFC Championship game, it was like 24-3 at halftime. And then they come back out, and the Bengals defense forces Mahomes to have his worst half of football before like this year's Super Bowl. He threw like 2 or 3 picks in that one half. It was the Bengals defense was so underrated. I mean, you look even with the Rams offense. That was an electric offense, great offense. They held them to 23 points. And honestly, that game what was the final score? The game should have been 17 or 10 to 20 to 23. Because that T. Higgins touchdown should not have happened. That was a face mask. It's crazy that wasn't called.
Yeah, so it looks like the Bengals were just outside the top 10 in defense, which obviously that's above average. But I do think that offense, like those huge plays, like just one that comes to mind is Super Bowl, Jamar Chase, that huge one that he got. Like I think what I noticed with the Dolphins, and maybe that's just why I think like this, is those big plays will demoralize teams. So like if you can get enough big plays, the defense is just like they're shot. But I do now that I'm looking into it, they were above average defense for sure.
I think they were a really good defense.
I think they were just out of the elite category. Like there's like the elite.
But in the playoffs they turned it on.
Exactly. They got really hot. Like the whole team got super hot.
They made a game-winning play in the Raiders game, which was very controversial because the refs were quite controversial in that game with that.
Wait, wasn't that the game that Burrow was like out of bounds but didn't go out of bounds and they called the whistle?
They called it out of bounds. They blew the whistle, so the Raiders defense stopped playing because they heard the whistle, and then Burrow threw a touchdown. And it was just that was such bad officiating on both sides because Burrow, he was really close to out of bounds, and then they called it. He wasn't actually out of bounds, but then the Raiders defense just stopped because they heard the whistle. The play was over. And then they threw a touchdown. It was so stupid. I mean, honestly, you look into it, the Raiders kind of got cheated out of that game because they were in position to win the game late.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like I was going down to Florida and I was watching this and I was like, dude, the Bengals are getting wrecked. Like I honestly and I thought the Raiders were about to win. Like
that Raiders team is so underappreciated. Oh.
Yeah, but they didn't win a playoff game, so it doesn't matter.
No, but like the amount of adversity that team faced with Henry Ruggs in the middle of the year, John Gruden having like the racist emails like leaked, and they had to go intern head coach Rich Bisaccia, who they should have re-signed. That was so stupid.
Dude, I can't believe what happened to John Gruden. You see what he's doing now. Like,
yeah, honestly,
I do think he's a really good guy. Just 10 years ago, he had emails to, I think it was someone in Dallas. Like, oh, come on. I mean, yeah. I feel and I understand that there had to be consequences, but like,
yeah,
I think that if he wants another shot at an NFL coaching job, dude, he should. Like, he's a grinder. He's still doing film every day.
But at the same time, like what Rich Bisaccia did for that team was unbelievable. Was he
the interim?
Rich Bisaccia was the interim. Yeah, it was. Oh my God, Rich Bisaccia was. I'm so shocked. I was personally sad that the Raiders didn't bring back Bisaccia. He definitely deserved it. He led that team to the playoffs and almost won them a playoff game. It was absurd.
Yeah. I just realized we're yapping a little.
Let's continue. That was a little bit of yap. Seahawks. Seahawks are one of those teams. I had to look up what their main need, what like a big need for them was, and Google and some other stuff told me interior offensive line, which I don't know much.
Wait, didn't they just do that last year? Did they get what was their first round pick last year? I swear they went center interior line.
No, you're thinking about Jackson Power Johnson, and the Raiders got him in the second.
Yeah, I'm thinking about a mock draft.
They got let me honestly, because like I don't know. I'm committed to the pick. Tyler Booker, they go interior offensive line. I don't know that much about the Seahawks. If I'm being completely honest with you, they're just one of those teams that are like they're mid. They're just a mid team. And that's just what I got them taking. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You look into it, Chris Godwin's a free agent this year. I think they're going receiver. I see them taking Luther Burden.
Ooh.
Say they lose Chris Godwin. Mike Evans is getting up there in age. You're going to need another receiver for the future. Luther Burden, best receiver on the board. He's fallen quite a bit after a little bit of he was way higher at the beginning of the college football season, but obviously didn't have the best receiver year. And I say he falls to 19, and the Bucks scoop him up as they lose Chris Godwin, and they have another guy to go next to Mike Evans. Where now the Broncos offensive weapon is needed. Broncos go Colston Loveland, tight end. They don't really have a tight end. I can see them going receiver and taking Igbuka here. I'm going to say they go tight end, get Colston Loveland. Really, that Denver team is scary. They're close to making a run for something, like making a playoff run. I mean, their offense was great without a real number one. Their defense was unbelievable. I think it's only up for here with the Broncos. And then the Steelers, also I have taking a receiver, Emeka Egbuka. Other than Pickens, they don't have a receiver. That is their biggest need, is to pick up a receiver, whether that be Cooper Kupp, maybe look into free agency. Obviously free agency hasn't started yet, so I'm having them take Emeka Egbuka because that really showed at the end of the year that they had nobody else to make a play other than Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
So I have them taking Emeka Egbuka, unbelievable route runner. He's going to be an awesome player. I'm going to miss him at Ohio State. Where the Chargers, back-to-back receivers I have getting taken, Matthew Golden. Wow. He's a great receiver. It showed in the playoffs how good he was, college football playoffs. I mean, other than McConkey, obviously, I don't think Quentin Johnston's the best fit for them anymore. I don't know how they're going to use him.
No, I think they want to.
Yeah, they want to. I think he's a good player, but I just think they want another guy. For
he's the Kadarius Toney of their draft class.
I don't think he's that bad.
I'm not saying he's that bad. I'm just saying like he's definitely going to be like his routes are great. But he made so many crucial drops. He needs to get that under control. That's why Toney's out of the league, dude.
It's crazy. His hands were never the problem. It's also Toney's attitude is like, and he just sucks.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, when the Browns cut you, that's bad. Yeah.
His hands were never the problem in college. He was I wanted him to go the Bills. I just don't think the Chargers are a good fit for him, and he should find somewhere else to go. I think it's really a scheme fit. I think right now it's John, or is it Jim or John? John. It's John, right? Jim
Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is for the Chargers.
Yeah. Wait, what? I thought Jim was. Wait.
No, Jim's for the Chargers.
Jim's Chargers. He's the ex-Michigan. Yeah, I think Jim Harbaugh is punching the air with the Broncos. Can you go back? Can I move back?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that Jim Harbaugh is punching the air right now as the Broncos land Loveland. I think Loveland is easily his favorite prospect, as he coached Loveland in college, and tight end is another big need for the Chargers. I think there was a few mock drafts last year. I had them taking Bowers at 5. Obviously, went O-line, which was great for them. Joe Alt's a great player, but I think that you're going to see a little bit of anger out of Harbaugh as he doesn't get his guy. But Packers, this is easy for me. Jahad Barron. Jair Alexander's looking like he's going to get released. Other than that, I think Stokes is a free agent as well. You need a corner. And in my opinion, you missed big time last year not taking DeJean. I had DeJean every mock draft of the Packers. I think it's a big miss for them not to get DeJean last year. As you saw, DeJean was a stud. But you make a wrong with the right, and you take Jahad Barron corner to really bolster your secondary as it's getting up there in age.
Mm-hmm.
And great minds think alike here. I have Minnesota going Kenneth Grant.
Ooh.
I think they're going to bolster their D-line, and that's the guy. I think they're going to like Grant a little more than Nolan. And I think they're going to take Grant. Brian Flores gets another great guy for his defense. I mean, you look at that team last year, where they really struggled towards the end. It was O-line, and it was mainly O-line, but I don't really see them taking an offensive lineman here, as they're going to get their tackle back. I don't remember his name, who was really good. They got lost in the beginning of the season. I think they're going to attack. They're going to attack all their offensive needs in free agency, and they're going to go defensive in the draft. But another guy I could see here, actually, no, I was thinking Jahad Campbell before, but then you think about it, how good their linebackers really were. Ivan Pace, undrafted free agent from a few years ago. He's been great. And then Blake Cashman was also awesome last year. It's either D-line or corner, but I think with Jahad Barron going the pick before, I say they take D-line. Houston is it's in an interesting spot. I have them taking Josh Simmons. Like I said in a prior episode after the divisional round, that O-line was disgustingly bad. It was horrendous. And they need to make a move to keep CJ Stroud upright. And Josh Simmons is one of the best tackle prospects, just some injury concerns around him. I think that's who they take, and they don't look back, and they get him help. Rams, I have them going corner, Shaven Revel. I really think they do need a corner to kind of like set out their corners. They're not going to need one for a while after this. They got a young core with Revel. But, corner really showed last year for them to be a problem. It's either that or interior O-line with me. But with Booker not being available, I think they take a gamble and wait on either Zabel or Donovan Jackson later. Because they were 14 seconds or 14 yards away from beating the Super Bowl champion Eagles in the playoffs if Jalen Carter didn't bowl over their rookie center. So I think the Rams are another team. They're just a few moves away from being back in that Super Bowl. Obviously, I've been really big on the Ravens, or not the Ravens, the Rams. God, dude, this is not my day. But they make that move and they become like really like tough contenders in the NFC. I think they're a really great team. Now, the Ravens O-line, I think you got to look into O-line, Josh Connerly. It's O-line or edge, but I think O-line is a perfect fit for them as their O-line was not the best at the beginning of the year, and then towards the end of the year, it started to show again. As you know, your O-line's not the best when the Bills' D-line in the playoffs is getting sacks on you. And just keep Lamar in the pocket a little more. Obviously, he's a demon outside the pocket, but if you keep him clean, he will find the receivers. He's a good passer.
Who, Lamar?
Now, Mike Green is going to be lined up with Aiden Hutchinson as Mike Green falls a little bit. I think he's one of the best prospects edge-wise in this draft. Really good D-line draft this year, by the way. It's really deep and it's great. But it's edge rusher or corner, and I think with the top corners being down a little bit, I say they go edge rusher to pair someone up with Aiden Hutchinson, which really showed at the end of last year that they were an edge rusher away from going to a Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Washington, if you look at it, if Detroit was healthy and Philly was healthy, that's one of the best games for a championship we could watch.
Mm.
Like, imagine if we had Buffalo, Kansas City, healthy Detroit, and Philly going at it. That'd be pure cinema. Yeah, cinema.
Yeah, but dude, I did enjoy Daniel shredding for 350 in the divisional
against Detroit. Yeah, that was nice.
That was sick.
The NFC is really competitive if you look at it.
I think it's just because they don't have any top quarterbacks.
But they're getting there. JJ McCarthy. I think he's going to be really good. Penix, I think, will be good.
No, I agree with you. I think what they've done is they haven't had top quarterbacks, so they've built elite teams.
Yeah, it's going to...
And then the AFC kind of relies on their quarterbacks to carry them, which you can do because they're elite.
As someone like watching as like a Bills fan in the AFC, watching into the NFC is going to be so much fun in the future. It's really going to be... Especially as a neutral person, like just watching to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Be awesome.
Well, and they have to be because they've kind of been underperforming the past 5-6 years. The only two teams to win the Super Bowl was the Bucs and the Eagles. Or
the Rams won. The Rams.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The Rams. The Rams, too. The Rams are a fun Cinderella story. I think that would be a cool video to go into. That and the Bucs, to be honest.
I can talk about the Rams and Bucs all day, dude. I love both those teams.
Dude, the Bucs is one of the best teams ever.
Washington, they need corner. It started to show at the end of the year that corner was a huge problem for that great defense. I think they take Benjamin Morrison. I think it's going to be a great pick for them. Their corners were not the best towards the end of the year, and I think corner is easily the pick for them. Like you said, attack wide receiver in free agency, and I think that's just the perfect pick for them. And this is the dream scenario for me. Bills get Walter Nolan. Definitely will not happen because I want him every time I want the Bills to draft someone. They never get him. But Walter Nolan is perfect as Daquan Jones ever since he tore his pec 2 years ago. Never been the same player. Ed Oliver he was all right. Heated up towards the end of the year, hoping that he goes into the season with that momentum. Dwayne Carter, after he got hurt earlier in the season, was never really the same player coming back. I think Walter Nolan is the perfect player to bring in. That will be really good for the Bills' rotation. And once again, it's either edge rusher or it's defensive tackle. And I think you take best D lineman available, which will be Walter Nolan.
Bro, want to know what's getting really scary? Is I see you got Campbell falling to either the Chiefs or the Eagles.
Oh yeah. I think you're gonna like.
Dude, don't tell me is he replacing Bond?
We'll have to see. We're getting there. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he falls to the second round.
What?
I don't know. Kansas City. With Bolton being a potential free agent, I have them taking Jihad. Just kidding. Nick Sorrentine. Like I was saying earlier, edge rusher is going to be a big need for them as Karlaftis is going into his he's going to have to get paid soon. And Chris Jones is getting up there in age. I think they just want to re-bolster their edge rushers, as I think O-line, you can take some tackles a little bit later that'll work out for you guys. And Kansas City is just awesome at nailing the draft. They're so good at drafting. I mean, you look at their drafts over the past 5 years, they've nailed almost every single one. It's really not fair. But I think Sorrentine's going to be another nailed pick for them. And here we got the Philadelphia Eagles getting Jihad Campbell. It's not fair for the league to let the Eagles get Jihad Campbell. He's going to be unbelievable. But not only, even if they re-sign Zach Bond, you don't know how Nakobe Dean is going to be coming off. I think he tore his ACL late in the season. So I think that Jihad Campbell is going to be a day one starter for the Eagles. And just, that's awful to have him be in a Vic Fangio, great defense with the Eagles. It's truly not fair. Honestly, defensive rookie of the year candidate, but they don't really give awards to linebackers that much, but he's unbelievable. So just a quick recap, Cam Ward.
Yeah, I think he's a top 10 player, like, in the draft.
Yeah, it's crazy how, like, linebackers, they used to go early in drafts, but not anymore.
Well, I also think that's kind of the evolution, the way the game's evolution, or the evolution of the game, or whatever you want to call it. Because when you used to need a stud Ray Lewis to stop freaking all of the, like, if you would go back 15 years, every running back was serviceable, and there was a lot. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, I feel like there's only like 10 running backs, and then there's a big drop off.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the fact that there's a lot of the top linebackers in the league now were late round picks. I mean, I'm just going to go with the Bills. You look at Terrell Bernard, 3rd round pick. Matt Milano, 4th round pick. Even Fred Warner, I think he was a 3rd or 4th round pick. Roquan Smith, he was a 1st. Patrick Queen, I think, was a 2nd round pick. I mean, a lot of these guys that are top in the league didn't go in the 1st round.
Dude, and I'm telling you,
I mean, Zach Bond, he was all pro. No, Dolik's a Buffalo. I texted you that a few weeks ago.
If the Bills don't take him, that's such a dude. That's such an L. Like, Dolik is literally going to be an all-pro. Oh, what happened to the screen?
Oh no, you know what's going to happen? Oh, I just turned it off. You know what's going to happen with Dolik?
What?
They're not going to. I don't think he got invited to the combine. They didn't invite him to any Senior Bowl. They're going to let Dolik go undrafted, which means he's going to fall right into the Bills' hands.
No, dude.
Because going undrafted.
No. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen with a UB player. They're going to small sample size. They're going to ignore the fact he was an All-American for some. The fact that he wasn't invited to the Senior Bowl or I don't think he was invited to the Combine, that is absurd.
No, because he led the nation in tackles, dude. He's not going undrafted.
He's a top 10 all-time tackler, and if he's not going undrafted, why didn't they invite him to the Senior Bowl? Why is nobody talking about this guy?
I don't understand it.
Why are we letting Dolik go so far under the radar? Because he's from Buffalo? Because he goes to the University of Buffalo? Are you serious?
Because he plays in the MAC, so they think he sucks.
That's unbelievable. I hope they let Dolik fall into the Bills' hands. That's Matt Milano's replacement.
Or he could come over to Miami.
You ain't going to Miami, bro.
Dude, get that free income tax, baby.
If he's got to pick Dolphins or Bills, this guy grew up around here, bro. He's what? He went to
but how about if we draft him in the 7th?
Well, then he has no choice. Are the Dolphins doing that?
No, because we're poverty.
I mean, what? Dolik, he grew up, 20 minutes away from us? What was it, Hamburg? Maybe? Hamburg? Yeah, I don't even know how far.
No, Dolik was West Seneca.
West Seneca? Okay, yeah. So, what? He went to West Seneca East?
West? He was on their state championship team in 2015. Yeah.
Is West Seneca West the one we scrimmage at?
Yeah, it's the one with Pat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what? That's 15 minutes away from us. I mean, just because he grew up around here, you're not going to give him a fair chance. Like, let him fall into the Bills' hands, please. We have another stud Bills linebacker, all-pro. It's crazy how, the drafting works. Everyone looks at these top prospects from top schools. What about the All-American from Buffalo?
No, I think whatever team can get him past, the third round, dude, absolutely.
Oh, my God, 100%. Even past, I would have him as,
late first round.
Potentially late first, mid-second.
Yeah.
He is unbelievable. I don't know what the concerns are with him. I don't know his exact measurements off the top of my head. Maybe they think he's small, which, yeah, please let another small linebacker fall into the Bills' hands. What happened with that last time? Oh yeah, you got an all-pro Matt Milano.
Yeah.
I think Dolik falls to the Bills. I'm gonna be ecstatic. I'm buying that jersey right when it drops.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
Are you going over your picks one more time or no?
No, they gotta watch the video to know my picks. No skipping to the end.
All right. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna, just to be fully transparent with the viewers, I'm going and I'm recording a video right now. So I'm not sure which one it's gonna be yet, but I will be recording a video. It will be dropping. I'll be honest, expect it to be tomorrow because I don't want to drop a video at 6 or 7 o'clock. So expect a new video tomorrow for anyone who's seeing this, anyone. But yeah, this was fun, and I think our mocks are pretty good.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Turf Talk, we are out. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do enjoy these videos, and for some reason you're watching until the end, we really appreciate you. And I'm going to start doing this every time. Just comment the crying cat emoji, the crying, laughing cat emoji. Right. And the first person to do that and the first person to comment this, I'm going to say it on all of our next podcasts, we will give a huge shout out to for 10 videos. You know what I mean? And then you're going to be just like VJC, just like our dog right here.
You want a Marcus Mariota Falcons jersey? I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I mean, you could get a Falcons jersey. So
you get a Marcus Mariota Falcons jersey if you comment that.
A call from Lily, so that means I gotta go. Like, comment, subscribe. See you later, everyone.